I speak in strong support of my amendment to prohibit any funds in the General Provisions Bill, H.R. 9087, from being used for gender pronoun usage inconsistent with reality. This applies to business cards, email signatures, or any other professional identity elements by employees, contractors, and other officials of the Department of State.
As I'm sure my colleagues remember, we debated this amendment last year. And last year's version was written so carelessly that it would have barred me from using my own pronouns, she, her, even though no one disputes that I'm a woman. So in my email signature, I, Sarah Jacobs, have she, her. Those are my pronouns. But under your amendment, this would also not be allowed.
Right.
But you just said it's only if you use the wrong pronoun, so that's not actually accurate.
Correct.
That's correct. You're absolutely correct. Thank you for that, Ms. Jacobs.
Anytime. And while the author has addressed some of those issues, this amendment is still poorly conceived. Maybe because it's not addressing any real problem or issue that's affecting the work of the State Department or its staff. So I still have a fundamental question about this amendment that hasn't been addressed. Who enforces it? Is there going to be an office at the State Department whose job it is to audit business cards and email signatures? If someone violates this, what happens to them? Will they be fired? My colleague likes to talk about speech policing. This seems like textbook speech policing to me. But we don't know the answer to any of these questions because the amendment doesn't say. The amendment would create a vague, bigoted, unenforceable mandate that exists solely to send a political message while exposing the State Department to potential litigation. And it invites a fight that the State Department will then have to defend. The government does not have unlimited power to force its own employees to state something they know to be false about who they are. That raises serious constitutional questions. And it's the State Department and the taxpayers who will have to pay the lawyers to answer them. We have better things to be debating on this committee than a recycled amendment that couldn't survive basic scrutiny last year and that still can't answer any important question about who enforces it or how now. I urge my colleagues to stop wasting our time and vote no on this incredibly stupid amendment.
There is no new spending for new offices, although this morning we supposedly added quite a few new spending offices in the State Department. So no, I didn't add a new spending office in this amendment.
I have a question for you. Do you think it should be someone's job at the State Department, with everything going on in the world, to sit there and audit every single person's business card and email signature to make sure it's compliant?
I don't engage in these rhetorical comments.
It's not rhetorical. It's literally a question of how do you enforce this? Do you think it's a good use of taxpayer dollars to have a person's job at the State Department sitting and auditing every business card and email signature?
Given some of the things that we have cut back from the Biden administration, I think that we probably could have that done with many of the savings that we have, because we have cut back
so with
so
the
many.
war in Iran,
I'm trying to answer your question. So I think that there will have to be someone. Now, it could be done in whoever's doing the printing office. We can figure out ways to do it. The human imagination is far more fertile than you're giving the State Department credit for.
So Mr. Self, you think national security is being addressed by using State Department employees, taxpayer dollars, to literally audit every single business card and email signature of the thousands of employees at the State Department?
There won't be an audit necessary.
Oh, no?
This is very simple. You've gone to the extreme, which is what you do often, go to the extreme. We don't have to go to extreme to have this policy put in place.
No, actually, I think it's our job to think about what we're putting in place and how it's going to be enforced and how someone could be enforcing it well or badly, because we make laws regardless of the administration.
Let's put this in place.
You want someone at the State Department's full-time job to be looking at email signatures
once again,
while we are in a war with Iran.
Once again, you're running to the extreme.
That is literally crazy.